Welcome to another episode of the Exponential Creativity podcast. This is episode 19, so I'm really getting the numbers up there. I'm kind of catching up as well. It's the 22nd, and I'm recording episode 19, so I gotta do like two of these till I catch up. But I'm trying not to just do it without any substance. I wanna have some substance to it, or if that's possible. But I'm just gonna jump right in. So today I'm really happy. I'm gonna start off with this right here. I'm really happy because I have been trying to live more consciously, and I've been trying to make some changes in my life. Some of these changes include waking up early in the morning, and working through the day, and really not sleeping in the afternoon. Essentially, I know that's probably a very dumb target to have, but for me, it was a certain thing that I had to accomplish, and I did it. Today in the afternoon, I was just outside, and I was sitting in the park, and I had eaten this amazing leftover Subway, and I had such a huge urge to just fall asleep, go back home, but I didn't do that. Instead, I was just sitting and just breathing. But I actually got a lot of things done, but not in the most right way. Like for some reason, every time I think of getting things done, I always think of physically getting things done. But I think there's a lot of things that have to be done even in a mental space, and that was something I made progress with. So let me just share some of that, and then I'll jump on to something else. So today, even though it seems like a wasted day to me, it really isn't, because I was thinking about my next 4 songs, and I think I spent a lot of time thinking about this. But I essentially have like 2 songs ready, and I'm gonna write 2 more songs, so that's gonna wrap up all of October, because that's 5 Fridays. At first, I was really trying to figure out what I'm gonna write these other 2 songs about, but now I have a pretty clear idea, so I'm happy about that. I mean, of course, there's like the lyrics that I need to write and the music and everything, but generally, I think the idea, once I have the idea, everything else just kind of falls into place, because I know what kind of idea it is, and I know what emotion it has to convey. So I think about the music. How is the music going to convey this idea? And everything just falls into place, like what kind of a video, so on and so forth. So I know I set out this year saying that I'm going to do 14 animated music videos. And I'm going to try, but I also think that I'm just going to make music videos. So some of them will be animated, some of them will be like shot and edited. And both of them are some things I want to get better at. Like, I really want to know how to color grade better, and I want to know how I can edit videos better, and just make things more appealing to watch, and even like moving the camera and like focusing and like all those camera settings. So there's quite a lot to learn, honestly, and working with tripods and maybe with a gimbal and things like that. So essentially, there's a lot to learn, and I'm making progress. That's what I'll say. So that's something about the next 4 songs. So I'll have like an EP, you could say, where the first song that I have is like the jingle for October. That's not really going on the EP, and the next 4 songs are like basically about reality TV and stuff. And I think I'll like tie well into like a EP format or something. And since the ideas are in place, I think now it's just about execution, and that's something I need to improve. So I'll get to that. I feel like I'm gonna struggle a little bit, but I'm gonna try. I think I can get it done. So that's priority 1. That has to like happen for sure. But I've also been thinking about my goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I think YouTube is great, but I'm kind of like really relying on YouTube's algorithm to kind of pick it up. but I don't know how that's going to happen. So essentially what I was thinking is I could start putting stuff on Instagram, right? And now I'm going to talk about my Instagram strategy. So I've been talking about this like yesterday, and I was kind of a little skeptical and feeling a little uneasy about it. But then in the morning today, I was thinking like, what really do I need to post? And I just thought that I will do like 2 types of posts. One would be like 3 stories a day. Like I'll try to do 3 stories a day. And the other type of post that I'll do is like an actual post. And I was thinking maybe 1 or 2 posts. So essentially, the one post is gonna be like a music thing, and the second post is gonna be like a creative tip kind of a thing. Just like an experiment, like try this idea with this idea and see what you can come up with, or like try writing a joke or some sort of a task or challenge, something like that. Something that like that's very visually appealing, very easy to make, and just like a quote or something. I think those do really well. And the other type, as I said, would be an instrument thing. Or I could, I don't know, I feel like that's gonna look really uniform as well, because each post is gonna have like of me playing an instrument, and the next post is gonna be like a thing. So even if it goes out of order, it's still gonna like maintain some sort of cross thing. So it'll look visually appealing that way as well. So that's gonna be 1 or 2 posts. And the one post is like the one which is music related, is like a 7-day thing. So how I was thinking I would go about this is like I'll record something on Monday, and this can be something very, very simple, just a simple melodic idea and adding some harmony on top of it. And that's all that goes up on Monday, right? And then on Tuesday, I take the same clip and I add another instrument on top of it. And I add one instrument every day, add lyrics and kind of, make it funny or something, and make the whole thing. And like basically by Friday, I have the whole track ready. And on Saturday, I'll just sit down and do an animation thing. And voila, on Sunday, I can put out the video. So I basically want to like try to record and show everything that I can do. So for example, not only that, but also what the song needs, but I'll try to do everything. So guitar, keys, bass, drums, animation, and obviously singing. And this could include like some jokes maybe. And so that's like 6 things. That's 6 things. Just kind of start with that. And I think like guitar could be like 2 layers maybe, because if I'm doing acoustic and electric, I don't know. And essentially try to keep these under a minute, but over 30 seconds. So the sweet spot would be like 45 seconds. Anywhere between 45 seconds to 55 seconds, like that's what I'm aiming for. And I really think I can pull this off. And look at that, like in a week, I'll have a song which is a minute long. And once I have that song, I can put that out on DistroKid, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. And that just be like my 1-minute series or something. And they could be like great hooks or something. I don't know what they'll turn out into, but it's simple enough that I can do it, and it's interesting enough that it engages all my different activities and abilities. I honestly want to add more things to this. Like I want to learn how to play the saxophone, and maybe if I pick up a couple more instruments. I don't know which other instruments, but like the saxophone right now seems like something I would really want to learn. Maybe a banjo. Right. I want to definitely learn more instruments. It's gonna take some time, but hey, what's the point of living, right? So yeah, these basically these things. And the stories could be like sharing the post. The stories could be like just, you know, taking a picture or just updating on some progress. But and then using hashtags essentially. So I need to like figure out the hashtags for this. And I hope that this is entertaining. I hope that people like it, and it gives them something. It gives me something. So there's a little bit for both the audience and me. And I was thinking like maybe the second post, like there is the post which is gonna have a creative prompt. I could like make like 30 of these, you know, and I don't know, like maybe I could make 30 of these in advance, like pick a day and just do these, and then I have them ready for the whole month, and then I just put them out, you know, each day, so it's not overwhelming for somebody to just read them all at once. Just a thought. But yeah, this was something I was thinking about my Instagram strategy. And finally, I was thinking about my YouTube thumbnail. So as you guys know, you've been watching this podcast, it looks pretty bad. It sounds all right. I think I need to still figure out how to EQ my voice so that it sounds more appealing. But if you really look at it, it kind of is like really bare bones. It's like almost equivalent to somebody who's just streaming. And seems like that's not the kind of thing that people would want to watch. But that being said, I honestly think it's just something that's really, this is how I want to do it. You know, I know that there's people who always want to do things like, you know, they want to color them up and like make things more than what they are. I don't know. I just have a problem with like hollow things. You know, I keep thinking why I don't ever feel like wanting to dress up and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, there's a point to hollow things. Like an acoustic guitar sounds great because it's hollow. So, you know, I guess there is some point to it. It's just because I can see through it, I don't really see the appeal of those things that much. But perhaps my opinion on that could change. You know, things that look really nice, you know, people do find them appealing. Like, I wouldn't buy an ugly looking mango, right, if it's like rotting, or the same with any sort of food produce. So there is obviously an understanding of what is appealing aesthetically, and you think that it's either good or bad for you. But that is okay for natural things. This is artificial on a certain level because it's crafted. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So still figuring it out, but I am making a YouTube thumbnail for this podcast, and I have a preliminary design. And if I kind of get things done today, in this episode, on this episode and every episode after this, you should see the new podcast thumbnail. So that's kind of something that I'm focusing on. And apart from that, I basically I have some good news. Like, I actually got a bunch of books. So I was thinking about my graduation present. Today apparently is my graduation. It's really kind of sad because the other students who go to MI, they get to have like this great graduation where everybody's playing music and all their friends and family come to watch, and then you go up on stage and then you get the plaque and whatnot. But for me, it's just going to be an online video, which I actually have. I haven't seen it yet, but I need to send it to my friends and family and whatnot. Just kind of sad. I don't know. Doesn't sit right with me a little bit. But you know, it's what it is, right? I think that given the situation, I think I made the best use of my time. I think about this quite a lot actually, because, you know, I came here thinking that I'd go to like music school and I'd be in school and like play with all these musicians and all of that, but didn't really end up happening that way because of COVID or whatever. And it kind of feels a little sad, but at the same time, I also am very, very grateful. It's been a great year for me to grow. I have read so many books and I have written so many songs. And I have learned so much, not in the terms of music and making connections, but like growing internally. And one of the reasons why I think that I'm probably going to be successful in my endeavors is because of this year, and because of the horrible experiences, or positive, I don't know how you look at it. I think the context is something that I have learned. I've learned how to change the context of something to make it something that you can learn from, rather than something that you just kind of feel bad about. So yeah, I think you win some, you lose some, but I think I've definitely won even in my loss. So it's been a roller coaster. I do feel a little bit more sad because I see all these new kids coming to school, and I think about how they're gonna have these experiences that I actually dreamed about, but I'm not gonna have that. Um, but I also think that the experiences that I had, I don't think they're gonna get that experience, because when are you gonna get another pandemic? Coronavirus 2.0. Okay. But yeah, I think it's all right. I think I'm graduating just at the right time. Things are opening up, so in a way it was great that I was learning, rather than being out looking for a job and nothing really happening. So kind of worked out. I guess. I don't know, time will tell. But yeah, so essentially, I'm happy that I lived consciously today, and I don't mean aware, conscious. I knew that I wanted to, I felt like sleeping, but I wanted to sit down and get the work done. I wanted to sleep at a certain time. I stuck to it and I got it done. So I'm really happy about that. Also, I want to talk about my graduation present. So I was thinking about, how people would party and drink and all of that. And I'm not really that kind of a person. So I was thinking how I should celebrate. And I decided that I would buy books, because books have been such great friends of mine over the last year, that I thought I should buy more friends. So essentially, I've ordered 7 new books, cost me like about $100 or so. But I think about books in such a way that this is somebody who has lived 40, 80 years of their life, 60 years of their life, and they've written this beautifully written book of all their experiences summarized. So it's literally full. It's I feel like I'm cheating, because I spent so much money going to music school, which is great. It's great customer service, whatever you might call it. But a book is just so amazing, because when you read it, it's almost like you're reading the book through somebody's lens, and I think you just grow wiser beyond your years. It's like cheating time, because you get to live more than you get to live, if that makes any sense. So anyway, so I got like, I'm buying 7 books. I got 4 delivered. So out of that, I already started reading one, which is Death by Sadhguru. I don't know, I do have a problem with like how he dresses up, and I don't know, I need to figure out why he does that. But then I got this other one, which is by Ray Kurzweil. I have read a part of this book, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful, and so I thought I wanted to read it, come and get the book and read it like properly. So this one is called How to Create a Mind by Ray Kurzweil. I actually have read this book already. This one is called Inner Engineering. It's again by Sadhguru. Honestly, I've read it, but I just thought that this is something I want to have. I think a great book is like a piece of art, and I'm basically buying artwork, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it's a great book, and it's helped me a lot in my life. I think that I have been going through a lot of mental strain and just thinking a lot about things. But because of this, I have also been able to, stabilize myself and do things with more intent and more energy, if that makes any sense. Like, of course, there's a lot of people who have contributed to my success. Like, I think one of the main influences for me was reading James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. I did implement that, and I did see improvement in my typing. So I will say that there's like a lot of people who've helped, but this book has been the book that has helped me recently. And another book that I just got was The Singularity is Near. I think this is one of the more interesting books I want to read, is because this book is essentially about singularity. For people who don't know what singularity is, it's kind of like the birth of artificial intelligence. So essentially, humans right now are creating artificial intelligence. What that means is something that'll be as smart as human to do every sort of thing. And the question is, if you create a being like this, would it be able to have a complete experience of being a biological human, or is it only going to have like a impression of it? So of course there's people who are working towards this goal, but I think like the path to the truth is not through just one person's view, it's through many people's lenses. And if it was possible, it could be through the lens of entire humanity and each person's perspective. But hey, I think everybody should write a book in their life and give like bear fruit and contribute to human society in some way. Maybe nobody's gonna read it, but if you think it's valuable, I'm sure that at some point somebody will come along and they'll think that's valuable. If it was helpful, if that information was helpful for you, hopefully, if like I hope that nobody has to read it because if they already find the help, I hope that they are so educated and they are so knowledgeable that they don't need to read the book. But in case they want to, they have the option. So anyway, so that's one of the things I'm buying, like 7 books. Another thing I'm buying is a tripod. I do have a tripod, but it's actually my roommate, so I thought I'd just get mine. And this is for like shooting outdoors, or this is for like shooting the Instagram videos and stuff. I did decide that I'm gonna put in like 2 hours every day for this Instagram post thing. So it's gonna be kind of interesting, like how I kind of go about spending just 2 hours, and that's like the time limit, right? I have to edit the video, I have to make the animation, I have to do all the tracking, mixing, mastering, all of that in those 2 hours. So cumulatively it becomes 14 hours a week. And can I produce a 1-minute track in 14 hours with the music video? So that's kind of going to be a little bit of a challenge, but hey, let's see how it goes. And the last thing I'm getting is a 5 TB hard disk. So essentially recording all of this stuff and putting it on my laptop, like I don't have enough space and I've run out of 2 hard disks already. So I just thought that it would be a great idea to get a new hard disk, just a designated place to kind of store stuff and going forwards. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to lately. And last but not the least is I made some progress. I was at 139 subscribers and now I'm at 140. So that's one more, that's great. And I was at 179 watch hours or 178, and right now I'm at 184. So that's 5 more hours. So 5 or 6 more hours. So I'm making progress. I guess I just need to like sit down and just do the work. So yeah, that's enough from me. This was the 19th episode of the Exponential Creativity podcast. The next episode, hopefully you see updated thumbnails for each of these videos. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one.